Can anyone just open your Akashic Records? Can a psychic secretly read your soul without permission? Can your guides reveal your deepest secrets to someone else? These are some of the most common fears that people have about the Akashic Records. So today we're going to answer one simple question. Who can actually access your Akashic Records? The answer might surprise you. I'm the Angie. I'm an Akashic Records reader and an emotional energy healer. And this is Soul Cloud. Hi, everyone. I want to say hi to the people who are in the chat. Hello to the first person who is here, Angelique and Calio. The Painless is also here. Tiffany Teasdale is also here. Kiara Jade is here. Hello, Kiara. And Lily0012. Hello and welcome. So if it's your first time here, Soul Cloud is a show where we talk about spiritual concepts and ask about a lot of things, a lot of spiritual questions. And today we are asking, can anyone access my Akashic records or my records? And this is something that um, isn't often directly asked to me, but I would get a few questions whenever I do live streams or whenever I do readings. Like, for example, parents who would like to know, okay, what kind of past lives did my daughter live? Did my daughter live or my son live? Um, so, yeah, if you're curious about that, if anyone can access your records, yeah, you're in the right place. And if you're watching the replay, don't worry. Um, if something, the readings or the discussion resonates with you, take it. It doesn't matter if you're here live or if you're watching the replay. Hello, Chimaniwadi. Chimaniwadi is here. I hope I'm not butchering your name. And I haven't been corrected when I read your name. So please let me know if I'm butchering it. Uh, Peace Please is here. Hello, Peace Please. Rossi is also here. Hi, Rossi. And Stephanie is also here. Stephanie, oh, thank you so much for being here. And Libers is here. Hi, Libers. Ace is here. 369 Shine. Hi. Okay. And Lisa in Awe is here. Hello, Liz. Hello, Stardust 315. So, for Soul Cloud, we have two parts. First part is the discussion, where we answer or try to answer or discuss a certain question. And then during the second part, we will do Akashic Records readings or energy clearings, which you prefer. And if you're interested in doing that, please type in hashtag private as seen in the chat. That is the keyword for today. Again, that's hashtag private. Oops. It doesn't matter if it's in all lowercase or uppercase, it's not case sensitive. So if you're watching the replay, you won't be able to participate in this, unfortunately, but you can hit the subscribe button so that you can catch me during my next live. So you can get a live mini reading from me. Hello, Barbara Heartlove. And Satofi is here. Hello, Satofi. Cheryl is also here. Hi, Cheryl. Barbara and Aaron Unajan are here. Thank you guys for being here. So, whenever we think about the Akashic Records, we usually visualize it like a sacred library or like this huge information database of information. Because if you recall correctly, or if you recall, we describe the Akashic Records as the records of everything that has happened and will ever happen in the future. Um, so we think about it like a library. But the Akashic Records, it's not like Google, where there's a public database where anyone can type in your name or a query, but instead think of a secret library where every soul has its own room and not everyone has a key. Can you imagine that? Okay, library full of rooms, or something that has rooms, but not everything can be opened. Personally, when see the Akashic Records, when I ask the Akashic Records master, say, "Can you show me the Akashic Records?" What they show me is like a hotel room where there's a lot of floors and a lot of doors. Um, what I'm being told is that those are mine, but the things that I'm not ready to access yet, I can't open those yet. Uh, there are certain doors that I can open or that I'm being led to. So when it's someone else's, it's not something that you can access very easily. Not everyone has the key. So even if someone knows your name, it doesn't automatically grant access to it. So access depends on permission, purpose, and spiritual alignment. And another question that I get asked a lot is, who can access my own records? Your own records are yours. So you personally can access it. A lot of people don't realize this, but sometimes they get dreams. They get dreams where they're living a certain life. And then they realize, "Oh, this feels familiar to me." And they don't realize that it's actually a memory from a past life. They're accessing their own records while they're sleeping or while they're dreaming. So you can access your own records. You have the permission, you have the right because it's your own. Hold on. I'm just scrolling through the chat to see if there are any questions regarding the topic. Because this is something that I encounter a lot in chat, although it's not always directly asked to me. Oh, thank you so much, Shimon Modi, that I'm not butchering your name. I'm glad to hear that. Okay, yeah, I'm seeing a lot of people typing hashtag private. So thank you so much for that, for your participation. Okay. So it's not just through dreaming. Sometimes we also get access to our Akashic records, or we can access them through, prayer or meditation. Um, there are people who don't have like formal training, who don't attend classes, because personally, I've mentioned this a lot. I attended classes with Val Dragonfly Crystal, so that's how I learned how to access my own records. But you can also do this by yourself. It's For me personally, it was better to take classes because it kind of directed me to the right practices. But yeah, you have their own right to access your own records. It's a development, it's a connection that develops over time with the Akashic Records. And so, if you're an Akashic Records reader, this is a question that also gets asked a lot. Can another practitioner read your records? Uh, this depends on the practitioner. So, if the practitioner, I'm a practitioner, for example, if you give the permission to me, I can do that. But if I know how to, but you didn't give me permission, I won't be able to access your records. Sometimes the permission is verbal. You can say that, yes, you can access my records. Sometimes it's energetic. So it doesn't need to be always verbal. You can agree energetically because this is something that I experienced a lot or during practice sessions. Sometimes the records won't open. If you don't have the permission to open a specific record, um, during practice sessions, sometimes we do this in places that we that are assigned. Uh, Sometimes the records simply don't open, and it's like we couldn't get information that we normally would with a client who has given their own permission, and then sometimes I'll check. Okay, do I actually have the permission to access the record for this specific place? And then I'll get a no. And so I'm like, I see now. So yeah, the records will not open if you don't have the permission. So if you're kind of scared or fearing, hey, if you're a practitioner, are you reading my records? No, not necessarily. Unless you give your permission, it's not going to open. At least that's how I have experienced it. It's not going to open, not because we're incapable, but because the information isn't meant to be shared. So I hope that puts your your mind to rest if you're worried about that. Um, what about reading someone without their permission? This is where many misconceptions arise. Can someone attempt to access another person's energy? Like, perhaps, but attempting isn't the same as receiving true Akashic guidance. Um, it's not about invading privacy, it's about serving the highest good. So, if the information isn't appropriate to share, we, we, we usually can't access it. Eh, we like it's not an information that is readily available. I hope that makes sense. So let me know in the chat or in the comments if that makes sense to you. Um, yeah, it doesn't open if it's not for the highest good. And this is another question that I get asked a lot during readings. Like, can you read my son's Akashic records and may know what past lives that they lived? Sometimes we can get some information in that, not necessarily because we're opening their records, but when it comes to family members, remember that we're a soul group and we've been through many lifetimes together. That means that, like, if you're the mom who's asking about a past lifetime with a son, you have had past lifetimes with them. So information is contained within your own records. So to an extent, we can find out certain information about them, but you can't go through details like where did they live in this, for example, planet, their starseed origins, for example. You can't necessarily access that. Um, may it be a spouse or a parent, a child, maybe even a best friend. It doesn't give someone unrestricted access. Um, Relationships doesn't override spiritual consent. So consent is very important when we're accessing records. At least we ethical readers really care about consent with regards to reading. Okay. So another worry that I kind of encounter is when people think, okay, what if someone is secretly reading me? Uh, just to reassure you, your soul records isn't an open book. We usually, like we've mentioned several times, the Akashic Records is like a library where we enter, but it's not an open book. Your records isn't an open book that anyone else can browse. Mainly, it's yours. It's your soul's um, that can access it. It carries its own wisdom, its own boundaries, its own protection. So, what is shared is generally what serves healing, growth, and love. So it's like, in a way, it's like medical records in a hospital, right? So we have medical records that are stored in a hospital, and then when we need them, we can access them. But it's not an information that you can readily access if you're a stranger, for example, who's asking for the records. You need to have permission. For example, if you're a son, you need to have like consent of that relative to be able to access that medical record. So I hope that analogy makes sense for you. I'm just checking the chat. Leo Omega 8 is asking, can you really learn in one session to access the records? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Um, Personally, I did, but I needed to practice a lot. We have a practice group where, yeah, we practice with each other and we read each other almost every week, if not every week. Um, Yeah, because practice, it doesn't make perfect, but it does improve like the connection, and it kind of fine tunes us. I hope that makes sense, Leah. Leo Mega 8. Does a person's permission like a library card to their records? I'm not sure how you mean by a library card. It's more like you don't see the book or you can't get the book if it's not yours. Or if it's a room, it's a locked room. You can't enter. What you can enter is just the information, or what contains the information that you need for your highest good, your highest healing, and highest growth. Cheryl is saying, same with pets. You need their permission to. Yes, because they have souls too. You also need their permission. If they don't allow you to grant access, then uh, you won't be able to access it. Okay, Cheryl is asking again, is there a right way or a wrong way to open the record? Seems readers have different ways. We have prayer that we read. It's different for each kind of reader because it sets the intention. You need to listen to the prayer to understand, okay, what is this reader's intention in doing that? So later on, I'm going to open the records. You can listen to the prayer and understand the intentions when we're creating the sacred space for the readings. Um, I wouldn't say it's hard to say wrong, but there are. I wouldn't say it's hard to say fake, but there are energies that we don't like to interfere whenever we're doing readings. So personally, I'd prefer that we start with the prayer of protection. There might be people who forego that, but personally, no, not for me. Uh, because I want to open the sacred space with clear and with energies that are for the highest good of the client or for the people. But yeah, and there are different ways where we access or how to access the records. Like for example, I've mentioned dreaming. When you're asleep and you're dreaming, you can access your records that way. Some people use cards. Okay. Cheryl says, I took the class, but my mind was blank. Still trying. Oh, keep trying. I don't know if you had, if you took Val's class. If you did, send me a message if you'd like to attend our practice sessions because we have weekly practice sessions. Uh, Tiffany Teasdale is saying, I definitely had a dream about drowning as a child. I think that's why I'm afraid of water. Oh, interesting. In case you get drawn later for a reading, maybe you can ask about that if you've had a past lifetime where you drowned as a child. Because it might be your soul remembering, it might not be just a dream. Interesting. Thank you for that. Leah is asking, having their permission. I mean, so how do you know what timeline is really the most helpful? They tell us? Uh, you mean you mean what past life is the most helpful for us to know in the moment? Yes, they do. Whenever I open the records, I ask Archangel Metatron for help. He usually picks the lifetime for me whenever I do that. So something just pops out or something just plays that, okay, this is for the highest good of the client for you to know. Peace, please, is saying, Diane, what if my team is telling me about Soul's history related to me and Soul's travels in past lives? Mm, I don't understand the question. Oh, you mean other people's souls? They usually don't do that. They don't volunteer history. of someone else's soul lessons or someone else's soul history, they usually just deal with yours. Um, I hope that you're doing protection before you start reading, because yeah, normally, mm, mm, our spirit guides and the Akashic Records masters, they only show us our own past lives. Sometimes, if it covers or if it's a shared past lifetime that we had with with another person, then yeah, there are some information that we can get from that, but it's very limited. You can't access someone else's soul history. So yeah, please do protection whenever you're reading. So I hope that helps. Ah, Leah is saying, "Why is the future taboo? Is it free will?" This is something that we actually discussed in a previous show. Uh, I think this was around July or February about free will. But yeah, please check that episode out. I'll try to link that. Sometimes the link isn't working, but I usually post it here or on the other side, right here. Hey, Donna. Mere Dragon is saying, "I never had the same past lives been read. Will it be any possibilities been mixed up?" Sometimes we do, uh, but it's like a reader's error, or because try to understand. Sometimes we don't live in the same place just once, so we might have had five Egyptian lifetimes, and when we read it, it can get mixed up or melded together. Uh, but yeah, there is a possibility for that, but it mostly depends on the reader. And usually when it's like similar past lives with the same culture or same place. But if it's information that comes from the Akashic Records masters, yeah, they don't mix it up. It's usually the reader. So thank you so much, everyone, for your questions. I'm going to start reading the protection prayer and open the records, and then afterward, I'm going to draw for people to read for. So if you have any questions, Akashic Records questions, please. Sorry. If you have any Akashic Records questions that you want to ask, if your name gets drawn, please type it in the chat. And again, the hashtag for today is hashtag private. There we go. If you enter it once, you're in for the readings for the entire show. There we go. Ah, you have a lot of interesting questions, Leah. I want to answer this. Would the records ever give health info of another life? If it's your past life, sometimes yes. If it's for your highest good to know, then yes. Because sometimes they are connected to the present lifetime. Oh, okay. Let's take three deep breaths, everyone. Only the highest frequency of love and light can remain in the sacred space, and all objects in the sacred space for the highest good of this group, consisting of myself, those who are watching right now, those who will join us later, and those who will watch the replay. All other energies must leave now. All other energies must leave now. All other energies must leave now. Now I call in the highest level of the divine that knows that love is the power and the truth from which we read. Our highest level guides and angels to help us with this reading. Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron, please hold the sacred space. And so it is. And so we do acknowledge the forces of light, asking for guidance, direction, and courage to know the truth as it is revealed for our highest good, the highest good of all, the most benevolent outcome. Akashic Records Master, Spirit Guides, and Angels, please let us know this group in the light of the Akashic Records and enable us to share the wisdom and compassion that the Masters, teachers, and loved ones have for us. The records are now open. Yay! Okay. Again, the hashtag is hashtag private. If you haven't entered it yet, you can enter it now. I'll draw for 3 people. And if your name is drawn, please type in your question. Rossi. Congratulations, Rossi, and please type in your question. You don't have to enter it a lot of times, Maria. Just once is okay. Violets for Roses, Stephanie, congratulations, and please type in your question. Of course I won. I'm very lucky. And to the people who are wondering if you're part of the list, yes, you are. Cindy Shea, congratulations, Cindy. Please type in your question. To the people who are wondering if they have entered it, yes. What you see in here that's like running around, it's like a visual representation of the random number generation. So even if you don't see your name here or your icon, as long as you have entered hashtag private, it's okay. You're in. And you're in for the draw. Even if you don't see it, if you don't see your name. It's going to show it eventually. Don't worry. Okay. Got your question, Rossi? Thank you, Stephanie. And I got you your request, Stephanie. So we're still waiting for Cindy. So while we're waiting for Cindy, I'm going to start reading for who's the first one? Is Rossi? Ah, interesting question. I like this question. Can the masters tell me of a life that will help me grow to accomplish my soul path? Okay. Okay, Archangel Metatron, could you please show me a past lifetime of Rossi that will help her accomplish her soul path, soul mission? I'm seeing the sea. Is this here on Earth? Okay, here on Earth. Is it in Pleiades? Yeah. Is this in Pleiades or Sirius? Sirius. Okay. Serious A or B? B. Okay, what did she learn from here? Rossi, what I'm being shown, first initially I was seeing all water. So it's like the sea. But when it kind of zoomed out, I realized, okay, this wasn't on Earth. It was in Sirius B. Um, and you had a past lifetime there with Master Yeshua. Master Yeshua was your teacher in the past lifetime that you had in Sirius B. Master Yeshua, also known as Jesus, he's an ascended master and he was your teacher. And I asked, okay, what was she learning with Master Yeshua in Sirius? They were showing me you were manipulating energy. Like he was training you to make like a water ball. Like you're forming a water ball. And being from Sirius and being a student of Master Yeshua, one of your gifts that you developed was healing. And I'm seeing you did Reiki here because what I'm seeing is like your energy was coming from your palms. You were doing this. So this is what's Reiki. It was a form of Reiki that you learned in Sirius B. What else did she do? Metatron, can you show me? You really were a healer in many past lives, even in your galactic lifetimes. Because I'm seeing you were like healing an animal in that past lifetime. Animals and beings. Oh, they're not from Sirius. The beings that you were healing, they were not necessarily from Sirius. Uh, you healed different species. You healed a lot of different species. That's what they're showing me. That's where telling me that's why you were recruited in the Galactic Federation of Light, because of that talent. You were used to working with bodies of different races, of different species, and you were put in the medical field, is what they're telling me. So yeah, that's something that's going to help you accomplish your soul path. I think it's mostly a reassurance that you know what you're doing. This is your soul remembering. And Rossi is saying, yes, my energy healing is on my palms now too. Yeah, it's something that you used to do and you're still doing right now. But what they were showing me, it's not just healing; it was energy manipulation because you were forming a ball of water with your palms, which is very cool. And to think that you had Master Yeshua as a teacher, he's a fantastic healer. He's an amazing guide, an amazing ascended master. Yeah. Uh, Rossi is saying that's what I am continuing learning. Galactic healing modalities. We'll continue to learn it and apply it. It's going to be amazing. So I hope that helps, Rossi, and thank you so much for letting me read for you today. I'm just going to scroll up if I missed, trying to see if I missed Cindy's question. Okay, I got your question, Cindy. Violets for Roses is asking, can I have an energy clearing, please? Uh, Everyone, if it's your first time seeing a clearing, please know I will. I work with your spirit guides and angels whenever I do clearings, and I ask them what would be the most beneficial for you in this moment. And also, this is for entertainment and spiritual purposes only. Please always consult with your medical professional in matters concerning your health. Okay, no worries. I call in Archangel Raphael would be the most beneficial clearing that we can do for Stephanie in this moment right now. Okay, heart chakra or solar plexus? Solar plexus. They want me to focus on your solar plexus, Stephanie. It's not blocked, is what I'm seeing. It's just a bit imbalanced. I'm seeing it's a bit small, so it's underactive. Your solar plexus is kind of underactive right now. From this level. So the solar plexus is the um, energy center that's responsible for power, for our self empowerment. When it's underactive, it usually means that we're feeling less than confident, or we don't feel our power, or we feel powerless. I feel like there's a male energy that's very domineering or very dominant. That's why you might feel powerless. I don't know if you can validate this, Stephanie, but that's what I'm feeling. Like that person, it might not be like a male person, but it's a masculine energy, in the sense that it's very forceful. It might even be controlling. That's what I feel. I think that's what's affecting your solar plexus. I'm hearing the word boundaries. So moving forward, we're going to balance your solar plexus, violets for roses. But moving forward, I'm hearing boundaries. So you need to set your boundaries. Okay. Violets for roses is saying, yeah, I'm not feeling very confident. I feel it. Okay. Set your boundaries with the people around you. So I feel like they're pushing you to follow what they want. I'm hearing no. You can say no. If you don't want to do what they want you to do, you can say no. Um, and for anyone who is watching this right now, please know that no is a complete sentence on its own. You don't have to explain or over explain yourself. Saying no is okay. Okay. Stephanie, is this something that you want to be balanced? You can type yes or no in the chat. That's okay. Okay, I got you, Stephanie. I call in Archangel Raphael. Please balance Stephanie's solar plexus for her highest good of all, the most benevolent. Okay. I don't know if you're into crystals, Stephanie, but you can look for yellow crystals. Citrine is one, yellow calcite is one. You can use crystals, or if you don't have those crystals, you can use they call it color therapy. So any accessory or clothing that has yellow in it, you can also wear them. So it helps you maintain the balance. Yeah, I want to highlight this comment by Rossi, who's saying a lot of us are having solar plexus issues. We all need to take heed and learn from this reading. I believe so as well, especially women. A lot of women have solar plexus issues, especially lately. Ah, Violet Sparrows is saying, I have a small citrine, but I will look into getting more crystals. Regardless of how small or big it is, it's okay. Um, it doesn't matter how big or small it is. I usually carry pebble-sized crystals with me, just so it can fit in my pocket. Let me show you one. It's in another pouch, like this one. It's a really small, but I like how small they are, so it can fit in my pocket. I have a few of those in my pocket all the time. You're very welcome, Stephanie. I hope that helps, and thank you so much for letting me do this balancing for you. Okay. For this round, the last person we're reading for is Cindy Shay. So after this, I'm going to draw for another set of people to read for. I'll draw for three more. Okay, Cindy is asking, what am I ready to learn or here now to help me? Okay, I'm going to paraphrase this a bit, or add another word. What truth is Cindy uh, ready to learn or hear now? Akashic Records Masters. What I'm seeing is a past life. It looks a lot like Earth. Yes, this was an Earth lifetime. Um, and it was nighttime. And I'm seeing a group of people around a bonfire. And I'm hearing Inuit. Um, it was an Inuit tribe because I'm seeing them wearing thick clothing. You kept moving a lot in that past lifetime. I'm seeing you were male in that lifetime. It was family. They're telling me that the people around you, they're your family. Okay, how is this related to this present lifetime? Eh, I'm seeing that two of them are with you in this lifetime. Okay, three, four, five, six. Okay, in that lifetime, you had four children, but only one of them came with you in this present lifetime. It doesn't mean that it's your daughter or son in this lifetime, but they came with you. They might play a different role right now, but they're with you. And your wife in that lifetime as well came with you in this present lifetime that you have. And you were always together in that lifetime. I'm not seeing a lot of people who were with you. It looks like you moved a lot. You moved a lot as a family. Okay. They're telling me it was in search for a better climate. So you were like nomads in that lifetime Because you would move and move and move where it's warmer, is what I'm hearing. You would move where it's warmer. Part of this whole, part of the lessons that you try to learn, that you're learning from that previous lifetime is not to resist change and only controlling the things or not controlling the things that you can't control. For example, in that lifetime, you can't control the weather, you can't control the temperature. It was just too cold. So instead of getting mad, getting mad at the cold, getting mad at the temperature, you just move because you can control yourself. You can control where you go, but you can't control nature, is what the Akashic Records masters are saying. In this lifetime, it feels like you get frustrated, or you might get frustrated when things don't really go according to plan or go your way. So this is kind of a reminder that you had that previous lifetime where you recognize that, okay, these things are out of my control. So I'm going to focus on myself. I'm going to focus on my family. What can I do to keep my family safe that I have control over? That's something that was going through your mind during that past lifetime. So I think in this present lifetime, they are encouraging you to think, what can I control? Or what can I let go of that I can't control? Yeah, that's the phrase that I'm hearing. So I hope that helps, Cindy. And thank you so much for letting me read for you today. That resonates for me as well. And letting go of control. So thank you. Thank you for that, Cindy. And again, if you're watching the replay or if you're in the chat and you haven't been drawn yet, if it resonates for you, take it. The message for someone whenever we're doing private readings, or sorry, public readings like this, they're kind of general in the sense that it doesn't only resonate for one person. Spirit's messages are kind of magical that way. And I love it when it happens so that when it resonates for more than one people. Hi, John. Thank you for being here. And hello, Mary Sweetie. Again, I hope I'm not butchering someone's name. If I said that incorrectly, please correct me. Please educate me. I'm glad it resonates for you, Cindy. So, everyone, if you're interested in getting a mini reading for this episode, please type in hashtag private. We still have time before the next draw. If you've entered it a while ago, you don't need to re enter it. You're here for the entire show. Okay, Chimena Modi. Congratulations, Chimena Modi. And please type in your question. Shining Love Light Truth, congratulations. And hello, Charlotte. Please type in your question. And last for this round, Mary Thornberry. Congratulations, Mary, and please type in your question. I want to highlight this comment from Erin while we're waiting for the people to type in their questions. Erin is saying, it's joyous to think that perhaps we've all been with each other before on this side or the other, learning together. Yeah, it's awesome. Um, I know several of us have had past lifetimes together. Okay, I got you. Charlotte. So we're still waiting for questions from Mary Thornberry and Chimanamwari. So while we're waiting for that, I'm going to start reading for Charlotte, who's asking, please, would you look at my throat chakra? Okay. It's actually not blocked or it's overactive. I'm seeing it really big. So when the throat chakra is overactive, we tend to talk a lot, like literally. Um, we might also be, mm, it's not just talking, but when we're communicating, it goes more outside. We don't hear things or we don't hear other people out. There's a tendency for that. Can you show me the solar sacral chakra, please? It's a sacral chakra balance. Okay, so it's just throat. And okay, can you show me solar plexus, please? Mm, okay, which one first? Solar plexus. Okay. Usually, Charlotte, it's hard to. Well, I asked your spirit guides to show me some of your other chakras because whenever there's an issue with just one chakra, we don't look at it as just one chakra. While it's overactive, um, as a system, there's something else connected with it. And in your case, it's your solar plexus. That's actually the main cause. Um, your solar plexus and throat chakra, they're connected because they're mirroring each other. Whenever you feel powerless, similar to the previous clearing or balancing that we did a while ago, I think with Stephanie, um, whenever you feel powerless, your solar plexus gets depleted. Mm. Think of it as your throat chakra is compensating for that lack of power that you feel. When you don't feel powerful, you tend to express it verbally or express it through your throat chakra to compensate for that depletion. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, that is the case for you. Can we just balance? Okay, you want me to just balance the solar plexus for now. Okay. So instead of the throat chakra, what your guides are telling me is to focus on your solar plexus to address the issues why you feel powerless. So right now we can balance it. If you want, type in yes. If not, that's also okay. Type in no. I will just balance one since again they're connected. The other one is going to follow eventually. Okay. on Archangel Raphael. Please balance. Is the phone the most benevolent outcome? And it's done. So similar to the previous, if you have any yellow crystals, please carry them with you. Um, citrine or yellow calcite will help, or any yellow colored clothes or accessories. Gold also helps. But yeah, I think we've talked previously about what's causing um, what's causing you to feel powerless. So yeah, please check that, or review that, the issues that you were feeling internally, why you feel powerless. It's something that you can examine with yourself. Okay, that's awesome. Uh, I hope that helps, and thank you so much for letting me do this balancing for you. John Clark is saying, I'm having the journey home from hell. I hope you had a good day, but if not, I'm glad that you're here chilling with us right now, John. And the next person we are reading for is Chimene Modi, who is asking, what message does the Ascended Masters and my guides want me to learn at this time? And would I be able to scale through my current situational changes soon? Uh, Chimene Modi, since this is an Akashic Records show, I usually don't do messages from spirit guides and angels. There are plenty of other shows who do that. But what I can do right now is I'm going to ask the Akashic Records masters um, on what, for example, past lifetime, or what truth are you ready to remember right now that can help you scale through your situational challenges, if that's okay. Was this on Earth or in Orion? Orion. Chimena Modi, can you confirm if this is something that's like career related or financial related? Because I'm feeling something along those lines. And the past lifetime that they're showing me, it's not on Earth. It's a galactic lifetime that you had in Orion, uh, where you've had, like, they tell me it's a similar challenge. Because in that past lifetime, you didn't have any freedom. Like, I'm seeing you in manacles. Like, you were chained. Both. Okay, that makes sense. In that past lifetime, Rigel. Okay. In that past lifetime, you were in Orion. It's a constellation, specifically in the star Rigel. So in Rigel, there were a lot of mm, people who were under slavery or enslaved. Um, it was under the Draconian Empire or the Orion Empire during that time. Right now, it's not. It has recently turned to light. But during your past lifetime, you were one of the enslaved people. And one of your challenges that you've had that you carried over from that lifetime is with regards to your freedom. Because in that past lifetime, you had it taken away from you. In this present lifetime, they're showing me you feel the same way, even though you're not necessarily a slave, but I feel like you're being overworked. You're being overworked, and you feel like you're not, the energy exchange isn't fair, or you're not being paid properly with regards to it. That's how it feels to me. There's an equal, an unequal exchange in energy. Like you're giving too much and receiving too little for the work that you're doing. And it feels like a form of slavery because you're not being given the same energy as you're giving. Okay. How is this going to help? They're telling me that in that past lifetime, you worked hard for that freedom. I'm seeing you fighting your guards, uh, like physically. That's why they're saying you worked hard for that freedom. You fought for your freedom. You have the strength to do that. You have the strength to put your foot down and say enough is enough. And that strength that you had in that past lifetime, you still have it right now. It keeps repeating enough is enough. That's the phrase that keeps on repeating. Enough is enough. So I don't know if that phrase may make sense for you, Chimene Modi, but that's what keeps on repeating. Enough is enough. So I hope that helps. What I was seeing in that past lifetime, it's hard to put into words. It always is when it comes to enslaved people. But you fought hard to get through that lifetime and to really gain your freedom back. And I feel like in this lifetime it continues that you need to fight for something that you believe you have the right to, and you have the strength to do that. It is an encouragement from the Akashic Records Masters and from your spirit guides and angels. So I hope that helps, Jimena Modi. And thank you so much for letting me read for you today. Hello, Akila. Akila is here. Sorry. Okay. Next up is Mary Thornberry, who is asking. I put down my dog Finley a few days ago. She was 15 years old. Great dog. Our connection and any messages. Oh, I see. I'm very sorry for your loss. 15 years. It's a very long time. Uh, I'm sorry for your loss. Okay, but I'm going to look for your soul connection with Finley. Okay, are there any past lifetimes where they shared that they shared that Mary and Finley shared? Are you showing me a past lifetime, or this is in the current lifetime? Was she a black dog? Like the first black Mary? Because it's either in this lifetime or a previous lifetime that I'm being shown. I'm not quite sure. Um, but I'm seeing a small dog whose fur is black. The coat is black. So it might be a previous lifetime. Show me previous lifetimes that they shared together. They're showing me a lot. Oh yes, she's that black dog. Okay, cool. I got the right dog. But they were showing me several lifetimes where you actually incarnated together. It's a carabao. Was Finley a carabao before? Finley was either a cow or a carabao before, a beast of burden. You had a past lifetime where you were a farmer, Mary, and 55 pounds. That's quite big. But yeah, in that past lifetime that you shared together, you were male and you were a farmer. Finley was a beast of burden, a cow or a carabao is what I'm seeing. And Finley was like male is what I'm feeling. A male, a male cow. She has horns. I'm just gonna use the word carabao. Uh, it's like a cow, but slightly different species. Like they would, Findlay will help you or would help you transport hay. I'm seeing him pulling a wagon. So that's one of the lifetimes that you shared together. It feels like you're partners in crime. Like he's really, I don't know if Finley's a boy or a girl in this lifetime. But in that lifetime, male is what I'm feeling. Finley was a male, and he really helped you out. It doesn't feel like it's a lazy like he's a lazy animal, because in another past lifetime I'm seeing him as a horse this time. Uh, his fur was dark brown and he has like a star marking on his head right here. It's white in color. But yeah, he helped you with transportation in that lifetime. Like I'm seeing him being saddled. He didn't pull any wagons in that lifetime as a horse, but I'm seeing you as a little girl. You loved the horse very much. You loved Finley very much during that past lifetime. Ah, like you would brush, you would brush her coat even as a younger child, and you would ride Findlay in the previous lifetime. Okay, why did they come here together in this lifetime? She just wanted to help. Findlay just wanted to come with you and help. Or he's a very helpful. He's a very helpful animal, and he loves you very much. That's why I'm hearing. I want to help her in any way that I can. In this present lifetime that you shared together, I'm feeling like the way I hear the word guard. I want to guard her. He wanted to guard you. That's what I'm hearing. Did he find loose things that you had? I just feel very helpful energy from Findlay. Like he wanted to help you in any way that you can, and I feel like one of them is like finding lost things that you think you have lost, but you just really misplaced. But it's really a very helpful energy is what I'm feeling. That's why. in your previous lifetimes he was a carabao, and then in another a horse. Mary is saying yes, she was a great dog. Oh, Finley is female in this lifetime. Okay, in the previous lifetime as a carabao, he was a male. The horse, she was a female. Uh, I think are they called mares if they're females? I don't know if there's any horse enthusiast in the audience or in the chat. Let me know what they're called. I think it's mare and stallion, right? So she was a mare in a previous lifetime as a horse. Princess Caribou. So I hope that helps, Mary. And thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you. And again, I'm so sorry for your loss, but I'm also happy for you that you have this great animal companion that you shared 15 years of your life with. Ah, Dr. Debbie Smith is saying, correct. Mare is female. Thank you. Thank you for that. When we are past the hour. Oh, I love that. Finley and Mary, soulmates forever. Yeah, I feel like she's happy as well, Mary. So everyone, I'm going to close the records here. So let's take 3 deep breaths. Breaths. Let's take 3 deep breaths. I would like to close by thanking the masters, teachers, and loved ones for their love and compassion. I would like to close by thanking the Akashic Records masters for their point of view. And I would like to close by thanking the divine source for all the knowledge and healing. The records are now closed, amen. The records are now closed, amen. The records are now closed, amen. Your energy stays with you, and my energy stays with me. Yay. Uh, Thank you as well, John, for being here, and to everyone who's watching. If you didn't get a reading right now, I will be back again on Wednesday with Linda de Gonzalez. It's going to be at 5 p.m. Eastern for Into the Ether. So, yeah, if you haven't done it yet and you'd like to get a reading, a live reading in the future, please hit the subscribe button if you haven't done it yet. It also helps to like this video if you haven't done it yet. It really helps us with the algorithm. So, yeah, I very much appreciate that. So, thank you so much, everyone. And I hope to see you again soon. So today we asked the question, who can actually access your Akashic records? I hope that answered your question and maybe calm your fears down. Um, One of the most beautiful aspects of the Akashic records is that they aren't designed to expose you. If you're scared of being exposed, they're not necessarily there to expose you. They are designed to support you. So they don't exist to satisfy curiosity. They exist to encourage healing, understanding, and growth. So if you're ever worried that someone might be picking into your soul, please take a breath and trust that your soul has its own wisdom, its own boundaries, and its own timing. And whatever it is that is truly meant for you will always arrive to you in the right way and in its own divine time. So until next time, everyone, stay curious about the soul. Bye.